Hi everyone. Today we are going to start with Python workshop. Hi everyone. Today we are going to start with Python programming workshop. This workshop will clear your fundamentals in Python programming language. Python programming language is one of the top topmost and popular programming language in today's programming realm. Today, everyone is using Python for programming, and because of its popularity, it is necessary that you also learn the programming language and be master in the programming Python programming language so that you get a better job or promotion, or you will be able to develop various applications for data analytics, for data science. Sometimes because Python is being utilized in many fields nowadays, we have many libraries available to us in artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, data science, data analytics. These are various fields, even computer vision. These are various fields where the Python programming language is being used. Now, if you look at the history of the programming language, Python started, or it was developed in the year 1989, but it has become popular only after 1991. The creator of this language uh, is Guido van Rossum. He was working on this language from Netherlands, and it is actually the superset to earlier programming language called ABC. He has removed many flaws from the programming language called ABC, and he has added some new features in this language, and that is how this programming language became more popular. Today, in this workshop, we are going to look at how to use this particular Python programming, how to write your codes in Python, how to develop various applications in Python. This is going to be a basic programming workshop where your fundamentals in Python will be clear. If you want to go for the advanced course, then I will give you some of the tips, and I will even share one of my course in advanced programming language that will be very helpful for you if you want to make a career in Python programming language. So let us begin. First of all, I had shared with you the detailed outline of this course, and I will also share with you the link where you can register for my advanced course in Python programming language. So to begin with, I told you that since it is a workshop, it will be your active participation is needed, and I want that every one of you is actively involved in this particular workshop. Your queries are welcome, and I would like to answer all the queries as and when they arise. I'll make sure that your every fundamentals are cleared. So first of all, I told you in my mail that your system should be ready for handling or for writing this code or learning uh, Python programming. I told you to download the Python SDK, that is software development kit, as well as the Python IDE, which I prefer using PyCharm as the IDE because it is easier for you to understand, and it is easier to write your codes also. So I hope your systems are ready. If you don't have Python installed in your system, then what you can do is you can go to you can go to the websites called www.onlinegdb.com. This is an online IDE used for various programming languages, or you can use www.replit.com. This is another website. Apart from this, you can use Google Colab. Google Colab is also useful for writing your Python programming code or learning Python. So if it is not installed on your local machine, you can use these websites, and from these websites also you can learn Python. I will prefer using PyCharm as my IDE for learning Python. So what I said is the developer of this language is Guido van Rossum from Netherlands. Okay, the year when it was developed was 1989, but it became popular only after 1991. So there are many reasons why we use Python is because it allows you to develop. It is very easy to learn. It is open source. Everyone can use this without worrying about the licensing issues. It is supported by large community, and it is becoming popular because of various libraries available. Okay, so whatever requirement of modern programming world, everything is available in Python. Means be it say data analytics, data science, maybe numerical analysis, data manipulation. You can say when you want to work with say computer vision, machine learning, artificial intelligence, then we have NLP, deep learning. So many libraries are readily available to us, and because of that, Python is becoming more and more popular today. So, if you want to make a career as a developer or a programmer, it is necessary today that you have knowledge of Python programming language. So, let us begin with Python programming language. What I said is what is required. So, we need first we need to download Python SDK. Okay, it is mostly available from www.python.org. I already shared email with you, giving you links to download the Python SDK. Also, we need an IDE, that is called Integrated Development Environment. Okay, I gave you an link for PyCharm community uh, version. Okay, so you can download this from the link that is provided to you in the email. It is mostly available on JetBrains. uh, JetBrains is the company who had developed this PyCharm. Okay, or you can download from various sources. I had already shared the link to download PyCharm. So if you download these let's say these two softwares, one is the SDK, because SDK involves or it gives you provides you all the necessary environment where you can start developing your Python programs. And IDE is helping you to write your codes, write, debug, as well as test your codes. Apart from this, you can also use VS Code also. So VS Code also can be utilized for as an IDE for setting the environment. So let us see if your environment is ready or not. So if you want to check, what you can do is you can go to command prompt, and at the command prompt you can type Python. So if you type Python, you will get this. This will show you the version that you had installed on your system. And after this, you can start writing the code. Okay. Uh, if you want to stop it, you can exit and come out of this. So this was working through the IDE, but I don't prefer working through IDE. So I will show you the way how you can start writing the Python code. So I will be using mostly PyCharm IDE. So this is my PyCharm. I already started it. This is the PyCharm. If you are working with PyCharm, you have to first start developing your new project. So go to File, New Project. Okay, I will use Zoom it so that I can zoom the screen and show you. So see here, I can. So what you need to do is go to File, New Project. Okay, File and New Project. So once you select File, New Project, it will ask you to give the name. So here you can provide the name of the project. Then location is automatically selected. If you want different locations, you can select the location. See down, you have the Python version that is being detected by your IDE. So it is automatically done for you. So I gave the name. I want to give the name as Python Programming Workshop. So this is where you can start creating. So your project will be created and the new environment is created for you. Once the environment is ready, you can start working with Python, and you will start developing your Python code. So this is now creating the required virtual environment. So this is the project window which is showing that your environment is ready. So this dot VENV, that is virtual environment. So virtual environment is created for you, and in this environment the necessary libraries and scripts are automatically added. So see, these are the libraries which are automatically added by the environment for you, and these are the scripts. So these scripts also are automatically added for you. There are many scripts which are automatically added. Below you can scroll and you can see all the scripts that are automatically added. So once this project is created for you, you can start writing your code. Let's say I want to start from virtual environment. So here right click on virtual environment and click on new, go to Python file. So here I give name as P1, suppose P for program, 1 is the first program, so I will give name as P1. Automatically the extension of the Python programming file is .py. So if you create P1, so you can see that the file name that is created is p1.py. So P1 stands for program 1 and py is the Python file, so it automatically detects. So the first thing you need to know is how to uh, give the output. So for output you can start with print, and here you can say hello world. Okay, so I just want to uh, print something using Python. So hello world is printing. So this is the smallest code that is possible in Python programming language. Once this is done, you can right click and run the program. So output is displayed here in the output window. That means your Python is working properly. Now you can start writing your Python code. So print is the command that is used to write something or give as an output in the Python programming language. Alternately, what you can do is you can write this code in a notepad and save that file as p1.py in any directory. Go to that directory and run the file using python space p1.py. So that will give you the output. I will show you how it is done. So I copy it and I go to command prompt. See, here I want to write the file. So I can say notepad p1.py. Okay. See, this is the file. File is already created here. And I want to run this file. You can see dir p star. So it will show you that p1.py file is created here. So p1.py is already here. So I can run this file by using python p1.py. This is how you can run the code by using. Okay. So if you type this Python is the interpreter that you want to use. Python is interpreted based programming language. It is not a compile based programming language. Now, what is difference between a compiled language and the interpreted language is that the compiled language takes the entire program and that code is converted into machine code and given to the machine. That is called mostly the object file. In Java, it is called bytecodes, and when you want to run that, Okay, you have to use some linker, or you'll have to use the Java compiler to run that. In Python, it is not the case. Python is an interpreter based language. That means it does not convert the code into machine code, but what it does is it takes one line of the code from the source file, and that line is converted into the underlying machine language, and it is executed immediately. That is how the interpreter works. Interpreter does not need the entire file. So there is no question of having a structure, proper structure, as in COBOL or in Java or in C++ or C sharp language. Okay, so Python is very simple. One line is taken from your source, that is converted to the underlying machine operating system, and then it is executed on that operating system. So if I run this, see, I am getting the message here. So this is the another way of creating Python program and running it at the this base. So I will prefer using PyCharm only. I will not be using uh, any other IDE. So let us begin now with this. So this is how you can print the output. Suppose you want to declare some variables. Python is not strongly typed programming language. It is loosely typed programming language. Meaning is, if you have strongly typed programming language such as C, C++, Java, C sharp, you need to specify the data types also while creating the variables. But Python does not need to create data types well in advance. It is decided, the data type is decided based on the value that is stored into the variable. So let us say I want to store age of a person, so I can directly say age equal to 51. Okay, so now here the variable name is age, and I am storing value 51 into age. So automatically, since the value that is stored in the age is integer type, automatically the data type of this particular age will be int. I'll show you how to check it. So I stored age and I want to print age. So I can print it like this. And I run the program. So see here, I'm having the output. So hello world is printed, and below that type is printed. The 51 is printed. So age is printed. So this is how the variable can be declared and the value can be stored in it, and this is how it can be printed. Suppose you want to print what is the data type of this. So there is a inbuilt function in Python. This is not a keyword, but it is a function, inbuilt function. It is reserved function also. So you can use type to check what is the data type of this particular variable. So I run this, and now I can show you. See, hello world is printed, then 51 is printed, and it says that the class, the data type is int. So type gives you the data type. So as I said, if you want to declare variables, you have to directly choose a name. Again, naming convention is that the variable name should not begin with any integer or any special symbols. Underscore is allowed, double underscore is also allowed. Okay, it must begin with alphabets or underscore, and it should not have a gap. Means no white spaces are allowed between the declaration of the variables. Okay, so here I demonstrated how the variable can be declared and how it can be printed on the screen, as well as how the data type can be determined. What is the other way of, suppose I want to store price of a product. I can directly say price is equal to 34 point. 50. Now here, since the data, that the value that is stored into the price is of type float, the data type of this particular this variable will be float. So let us check what is data type by default, and I want to print the value also. So print price. Okay, so I can check it here. See here, the data type is float and the value is 34.5. So you can remember like this, that the Python is not strongly typed programming language. It is a loosely typed programming language, and that is why it decides the data type based on the value that is stored into it. But suppose I write the same price equal to, and I write it into quote 34.50, and after that I want to print the type of this. So now this type of this particular variable will change. Why? Because I provided a string in it. So see, the data type is changed and it is now str. Str stands for string. So like this, the data types can be used. Alright. And there is one more called boolean. The boolean decides like, are you married? You want to ask, and I can say true. So true means yes. Okay, or false. F can be used false. So now here, if I want to print the type of this variable, so it will print that it is a boolean variable. So let's check bool. So int, float, string, and boolean. These are the four types of data types that can be used to store various types of values in the variables. Again, I would like to pay attention on this. See now, here the variable, when I declared price, initially it was float, but I reassigned new values into it, that is string is assigned. So same variable can be assigned to another data type, that is allowed in this particular programming language. In C++, it is not allowed. Like if you declare something as integer, you are reassigning another float value to it, it will not be allowed. But Python allows it. So you can change the value at any time, and the data type will also change based on what value, new value you are storing into that particular variable. So this is how the variables can be declared. Now the next thing you need to remember is, I can, while printing, I can convert this into various types. Let's say I have this age, let's say I have a number. So let's say number equal to 65. Okay, so this is the number that I want to print in various types. So for printing, I can use the conversion methods like bin. Bin is binary number. Okay, then I want to let's say I want to just print it as it is, so I can print it as num. So this is a decimal, this is the binary, and as you are aware, or you may be aware, there are four types of numbering systems. So binary, octal, decimal, and hexadecimal. So you can use these methods. Bin is binary, oct is octal, hex is hexadecimal. So the same number, that is number 65, can be printed in decimal form. So you can directly print it because it will print integer. Then bin will convert this to binary equivalent of 65. Oct will convert it to octal equivalent, that is with the base 8. Binary is with base 2, and hexadecimal is with base 16, that is 0 to 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F up to 15. Okay, so 0 to 15 is actually 16 numbers. So like this, the numbers can be changed. Now let's print it and see the output so that you will get to know more. See here. So I printed decimal is 65, binary is B1000001. So if you try to convert number 65 into binaries, you will get this code. Then if you try to convert it into octals, it will be 101. And if you try to convert it into hexadecimal, it will be 41. So this is how the methods are provided in Python directly to convert into various types. The next thing we need to remember here is, if you want to print something, let's say I want to print a message, but this message should be broken down into various things. So I can say print hello Tukaram, how are you? Okay, this is what I want to print. So if I print it as it is, this will be a single line print. Okay, see, single line, it is printed on the single line. Hello Tukaram, how are you? Okay, now I want to print it on various lines. We'll break it down into multiple lines. So I can take the same code, and while printing I will give slash n, then slash n. Slash n is line break, slash n, slash n, and finally it will be slash n. Okay, so slash adding slash n will print the same output on different lines. So it is a line break. With line break we call it as. So see, now it is printed on different lines. So this is another thing you need to remember. Now sometimes you want to print, let's say, multiple variables. Like I declared variables here: age, price, and married. Okay, so these three variables I want to print. I can simply say print age, comma, price, comma, and married. Okay, so these are the variables, and I want to print them on a various this. So see, now this is how it will be printed. Okay, so with some gap between the two these variables, it will be printed. So multiple variables also can be printed using the print print command. Now along with the print, see, we will see some of the variables later, how you can do it. Now let's see how to get input. See, hash is used to comment or write your comments to get input from the keyboard. Okay, so how to get input? Let's say I want to accept age, and I want to give input, enter your age. Okay, let's do it in a separate file. So here we have seen how to print it. Now I want to take it to another file. So I want to create another file. So I'll go to project, right click here, new, and Python file p2. So I created this. Now we want to get input. So I want to ask the user to enter his age, and whatever age is given, based on that I want to print the output. So to do this, I can and then print your age is, and here you can say age, like this you can print. right? So same variable will be substituted here. So let's run it and see. So I give 45 and see the output is given as your age is 45. So this is how it will work. So the prompt is automatically given in the input method. So with that input method, you can give the prompt and ask the user to give the inputs. So your age is 45 is printed. So while getting this input, sometimes I want to convert it into some of the data types. So for conversion, we have int, then float, bool, str. These are the methods. So int will convert it to integer, float will convert it to float, bool will convert it to boolean, and str will convert it to string. So by default, when you get the input from the keyboard, that input is always in the form of string. So you need to convert it appropriately into integers. Now let us understand it with the help of our variables. So I will take two variables, suppose, and I want to add them and print the output. So let's say n1 is equal to input enter first number. Okay, so I'm giving this message. After that, I'm accepting n1, n2, and then I want to say input enter second number. Okay, so like this, two inputs are given, and I want to print the output of this. So print n1 plus n2. Okay, let us see what happens now. Age is entered, then after that number 1 is 10, number 2 is 20. 1 minute, I'll run it again. Numlock was off. So I entered 51 as the age. Now I want to enter 10 and 20. Okay, so see, output should be as per the requirement. The output should be what? 10 plus 20 should be 30. But here see, it has printed 10 and 20. Why? Because by default, the input that comes with the input method is string. So when the two strings are concatenated, that means joined, they will create another string. So string 10 plus string 20. So that has become 1020, right? Instead of 30, it has become 1020. The reason is that the input that was given from the keyboard was in the form of string. So when two strings are added, it will give you the output as a third string. So to avoid this, I want to convert it into integer. So I will add a int method here. So see, int method is added now, and int method is added now again, right? So here this int method is added, and now I run the same program to see the output. Check now. Let's see. It is asking the age. Then I am asking 10 and 20. See now the output is 30. The reason is now it has converted into integer and it has added those two variables. So similarly, the mathematics can be done with the help of plus, minus, divide. So we have the mathematical operators also we will learn here. So plus, minus, then divide, then multiply, and the modulus. Okay. So these variables, these operators, these are called the operators. So mathematical or arithmetical operators. So here you can use this like this for printing the output or for calculation of the third variables. So you can simply say like this: sum is equal to n1 plus n2. This also is possible like this, and then you can print sum, or subtraction is equal to n1 minus n2, like that you can print it. Okay, so let us see now by running this program. So I again run the program. I'm giving the age, and after that I'm giving 27 and 5. Okay, so 27 is the first number, second number is 5. So see, the addition of these two is 32, subtraction is 22, division is 5.4, 135 and 2 is the remainder. So like this the output is given to you. So we have learned about how to use the various operators also. Now there are other ways of using the operators that are called shortcut operators. So you can like say you can have operator like plus equal to, minus equal to, divide equal to, then multiply equal to, and modulus equal to. So these are called the shortcut operators. So you can start using the shortcut operators, like if I say sum plus equal to num, let's say n1. Okay, so what does this mean is it is equal to, this is equal to, sum is equal to sum plus n1. Okay, so this is how the shortcut operators can be used. Okay, so these are called the shortcut operators. So you can make use of shortcut operators also along with it. Then we have some this I'll write it here itself, shortcut operators. Okay, and above that I have shown you, 1 minute, I'll do it here. Okay, so this is how the shortcut operators can be used. These were arithmetic operators, so I will write it here with hash arithmetic operators. Okay, so plus, minus, divide, multiply, and remainder. These were the arithmetic operators that we learned in this. Then we have another category of operators that are called comparison operators. So comparison operators are equal to, then not equal to, greater than, greater than equal to, then less than equal to. Okay, so these are the comparison operators which can be used to compare two things together. And we have some other category of operators are called logical operators. So logical operators can be and, not, and or. Okay, so these are logical operators we can used along with Python. So now let's say another next program in which we will try to learn about how to make decisions. So in Python we have various constructs available to us. So here we will say decision making. If you compare your computer with that of calculator, the only difference between the computer and the calculator is that computer is able to compare two values. Comparison can be done, so which calculator cannot do. Okay, so computer can compare two values, and based on that it can take the decision whether to go this way or to go that way based on the criteria that is given. So we will see how the decisions can be taken. So we have one construct called if else. If elif else. Okay, that is one of the these are the keywords that can be used. So let us say I want to write a program to accept age of a person and tell if the person is allowed to cast his vote in an election. Okay, so that is the question. So now here we need to know the criteria that is decided for allowing whether that person should be allowed or not. So we can make the take the help of if else to decide whether it's. So first we will ask the user to enter his age. So let us say age is equal to integer, and then I want to input the age. So I'll say enter your age. So the person will happily enter his age. Once we capture the age, then we have to make a decision. So I'll make a decision. So if age is greater than or equal to 18, so that is my criteria. So in Python, after every this if you have to give the colon, after condition you have to give the colon, and the next important thing is the indentation. So that is why I said use any IDE. Okay, so indentation is necessary. If I write the code at the left side, it will not be accepted. So proper indentation should be there. So indentation decides the level of whether this is part of the if or else, right? So here I can say print, since you are major, you are allowed to cast your vote. Okay, so that is the message that I want to give. Then I'll go to else, again colon, and then print, since you are minor, you are not allowed. Okay, so there is no need to write else. But how will you differentiate where the if ends? So you have to give gap of one line. After that, write the next statement. Okay. So here I want to print suppose end of the program, just to know that it is the end of the program. So that there should be one line gap. Otherwise, see what will happen. See, the moment you are writing indent here, okay, this will be taken as an error. See that red line shows here, this is an error. Why? Because proper indentation is not used. So in Python, indentation is very important. So you indent it properly. So see, the readability of the code is better now. So that is how if else can be used. Now, if you run this program, see it is asking us enter your age. So I am giving 25. So see it says since you are major, you are allowed to cast your vote, and end of the program. Okay. If I run this program once again, so I run the program once again, and now I give my age is 14. So see it will say since you are minor, you are not allowed, right? So this is how the if else can be used with Python. Now, if you look at other version of Python, I'll write a separate program for that. That is P4. I will create. So P4, and here I want to start writing the code before here I want to write if else, that is called nested if, right? So let's say I want to write a program to accept marks of a student in exam and decide the grade obtained by him. Okay, and the grades are calculated like less than 40 is fail, less than greater than 40 but less than let's say 75 is pass. Okay, just for understanding, yeah? Pass, then say greater than 75 but less than 90 is a distinction, and less than equal to 100 is merit. So that will be uh, I mean greater than 90 but less than 100 is merit. So this is what I want to achieve or check. So how will we do it? Let's say I have four subjects in which I have to accept the marks. So the marks will be English. English is one of the subjects. So I take it as integer input, enter marks in English. Okay. So I selected marks in English. Then science. This is another subject. So integer input, and I want to say enter marks in science. Okay. Then I want to accept marks in maths. So integer input, enter marks in maths. So mathematics actually. Let's say only three subjects I have, and then now I have to calculate the grade based on how much. So first I have to calculate the sum. So I'll say sum or the total. You can say total equal to English plus science plus maths. Okay. So this will calculate the total marks obtained by him, and now I want to calculate the percentage. So I can say percentage is equal to total into 100 divided by out of. So it is out of 300 suppose. So this will give me the total percentage that are obtained by the student in that subject, right? Once this is known now, we have to make a decision based on the condition that is given to us. So if his marks are between 0 to 40, so I can say like this, if percentage are less than 40, okay. So I declare one grade as blank, one variable as grade equal to blank. This is how you can declare a blank grade. Now I want to check if the percentage is less than this, then I want to change the grade. So grade will be fail, right? Else, so elif, instead of else again I want to give another condition. So L, if percentage is less than 75, okay, then the grade should change to, so grade will be pass. Okay, else if again I check percentage is less than 90, then grade is equal to distinction, they said. So he is passing with distinction. And else if percentage are less than or equal to 100. Okay, so we are comparing this. If it is true, then my grade will be equal to merit. And there are chances that none of this condition is matching. Something else goes wrong. So I can say else and grade equal to error. I want to say something is erroneous and I want to print error. This is how the nested ifs can be used. See here, I am checking for every grade and finally I want to print the output. So grade is equal to grade equals to whatever grade that is calculated by us, right? Before that, if you want to print other details also, say print maths, no, sorry, English, then science and maths. Okay, before that I can say print uh, English, science, slash t and maths. Okay, so this will print the output. Then I want to print the total. So print total equals to total marks, and I want to print the percentage also. So I can say percentage equals to percentage. Okay, and finally grade equal to whatever grade I want to print. So like this you can print the output, and let's run the program and see the output now. You see the program is running. I want to enter some marks. So 67 in English, 89 in science, and 95 in maths. Okay, so this is how the output will be printed. English, science and maths marks are printed there, then total is 251. The percentage is 83.666 and the grade is distinction, right? So this is how multiple conditions can be handled. This is how it can be done, right? Okay, so I showed you how to use if else and if elif else, like that. Then now the next thing in Python is using the loops. So loops are, if you want to repeat certain actions in Python, then you can go for loops. So there are two types of loops supported in Python. One is the while loop, another one is for loop. So let us write another program in which we can check for the uh, how to use loops. Okay, so loops are used to repeat certain actions n number of times. Okay, so that is where the loops can be used, or sometimes you can create loops for creating endless loops also, like never ending programs, right? So I will take some examples. Say like I want to print numbers from 1 to 10. This is simple program, but to understand the working of the loop is very important. So let us using while loop, I will print this. So what I can do is, I can say n is equal to 1. Here I will say while n is less than or equal to 10. This is how the condition can be written. And then you can just print the value of n, right? After that, it is necessary that you need to increase n. So you can write n is equal to n plus 1 plus 1, or another case you can say n plus equal to 1, right? That is also possible. Then finally you can print end of the program. This is not necessary, but you have to write, because you will know that now program is over, right? But see, there should be a gap of one line between the, means after the ending the while loop. So this denotes the end of the loop. After that, if I write this code here, okay, this will be an error. Okay, this will be an error. So there should be one line gap. So like this, a while loop can be used. So I can run the program and see the output, right? See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. End of the program. So this is how the while loop can be written and controlled. Now say for example, if I don't write this code, if I don't write this, then what will happen? The value of n will always remain 1, and this will be never ending loop. The loop won't stop, because n is always less than 10, and what it will print, it will not print 1 2 3 4 5, it will print only 1. So that is why this line is necessary. Okay, this line is necessary because I am incrementing this number by 1 every time a loop runs, so it repeats the same steps again and again. So this is how while loop can be used. And now you can control it. Suppose you want to print 1 to 1000, you can just print while n is less than equal to 1000. Suppose you want to increment by 2, so you can just say increment by 2. Like this, you can change. Now if I change the same program, now see the printing will change, and it is 13579, and the program stops. Okay. So depending on the output desired, you can make changes into the conditions also, and the increment and decrement also. So this is how the program can change, right? The same program, if I want, I have to write the same program with the help of another loop, that is for loop. I will show you how I can do it, right? It is necessary that various options should be learned, because that will help you when you are growing as a developer. So let's say same program I want to write, but with the help, instead of while, I want to write it with the help of for loop. Same printing 1 to 10. So how I can do it? I can say for n is my number in range 1 comma 11. Okay, and then I'll say print n. This is how for loop can be written. So I'm starting with for. This is the starting value and this is the ending value. Start and stop. Where to stop? So when it goes to, suppose you want to print 1 to 10, then it should run up to the stop value should be 11. Otherwise, if you say stop value as 10, then it will only print 1 to 9, and 10 will not. 10 is exclusive. So the stop value is exclusive, because when it reaches that particular value, automatically the control will stop. So I want to print 1 to 10, that is why I started with 1, and I am going up to 11. So this is how it will work. See, it has printed from 1 to 10 and the end of the program. Now you will wonder, suppose if I want to increment by 2, then what to do? Now by default, the range automatically increases by 1. But if you want to increment by 2, then you have to give the third value, that is called step value in the range. So start with 1, stop when it reaches 11, and every time increment by 2. So now this will change the program and it will increment by 2. So like that. So you see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and the end of the program. So that is how the loops can be controlled or loops can be written. So you can use the while loop or you can use the for loop to generate various numbers. Now here, suppose you want to print all odd numbers, then you can start or say between 1 to 100. What you can do is you can say 1101. So it will start with 1, stop at 101 and change by 2. So every time it will print all the odd numbers. If you want even numbers, then you have to begin with 2 here. So now all even numbers will be printed between 2 to 100. So all the even numbers will be printed. So that is how you can move on or go on changing the values, right? So depends. So remember all these things. What I am explaining here. If you watch the video again, you will automatically recall everything that you are learning here. So we have seen the loops also. Now next thing is suppose I want to um, create, say I want to work with files. So how can I work with files here? So file handling is one of the important function in every programming language because you need to store your data. So if you want to create a file, normally you need to know how to read the file and how to write the file. So first we'll see how to write the file. So for writing the file, first you'll have to create the file or open the file. So let's say I want to create file F. So you can say open, and since you want to create the file for opening, okay, you have to specify the name of the file and the mode. Okay, so let's say I want to create the file on D drive and the file name should be data.txt. This is the name of the file and I want to create it for writing purpose. So write mode will be write. Okay. So what are the different modes available here? So file handling modes we can say. So modes are W for writing, R for reading, E for appending, T for text data, B for binary. Okay. So these are the you can say flags that you can use or the codes mode of the file that can be used, right? So W to write, R is equal to read, A is equal to append, T is equal to text format, and B is equal to binary format. So text and binary that we will learn later. But see, this is how the modes can be specified. So to open the file, this is how you can open the file for writing, right? After that, you have to write something. So for writing something, where to write? Write in the flag or write in the holder. This is called file handler, right? So you can say f dot write. So write will write a byte. Write lines will write along with the line. So you can say write lines. This is test file. F dot write lines again. Uh, created by Tukaram. F dot write lines again on 25th December 2024, right? And at the end you have to close the file. So to close the file, what you can do, close f dot close. This is how the program works, right? And at the end you can print the file is created successfully. Just to know that it is created, you can give this message and run the program. See, I am getting the message that file is created successfully. I can go and check it in my D drive. The file name I said was data.txt. Yeah, see, this is how the message is written into the file. So, like this, you can create a file. Now, let's say I want to read this data. This was creating the file or writing to the file. Now, I want to read the same file and display the data. So, I create next program, that is P8. Now, reading and showing the text from a file. So, how do you do that? Again, you have to open the file first. So, to open the file, what you can say, f is equal to open. Now you have to give the path or the name of the file and location. So d drive data.txt, this is the file location, and I want to read it. So I will just say R. Last time we used a W for writing purpose. Now it is R for reading. Now you have to declare or read the data, or you can say content equal to f dot read. The read line is, you will read one line at a time, and read lines will read everything from that file. Now you have to print the content, so you can say content, right? After that you have to close the file. So this simple it is. Very simple it is. You have to first open the file, read the file, and print the file, print the content, and then close the file. These are the steps that we follow while reading the data. Now let's run this program and understand whether it is ready. See, so this is the data. Data is read from that, and the data is displayed here. Clear? So read content will read everything, and that will be given to you. So this is how we work with the reading of the data, right? So after reading is completed, now you should know how to work with arrays in Python. The file handling is this much only. Now if you want text file to be written, then you can say rt read text, or rb read binary. Okay, so that is how the mode can be decided. Now to work with arrays, you have various ways of working with arrays, and there are different types of arrays. But before that, I would like to introduce you to the various data types that are supported by Python. So P9, okay, let us say data types supported by Python. Now, what are different data types supported by Python? So the first data type that is supported is called list. Okay, then they can be tuple, there is dictionary, and there is set. These are four data types supported by Python. So you should know how to work with this. So if you want to create list, see, it can be list of numbers, it can be list of text, it can be list of floats, it can be list of prices, anything it can be, right? But you should know how to create a list. So for creating list, let's say I want to create list of fruits. So I can say fruits is equal to, and there are, see, if you use the square brackets it becomes list. So here I want to create a list. So apple, guava, banana, orange, and mango. Okay. So I created a list of fruits, and here I have five fruits added here. Okay. So this is how the list can be created. Now, how you decide whether it is a list or tuple? So based on the, if you use the square brackets to enclose your list, that automatically becomes list type. Okay, you can use the type keyword and print type fruits. It will show that it is a list, right? Now, if you want to print the output, so you can say print and you can say fruits. This is how you can print it. So run the program now and check it. This is how you can print it. So apple, guava, banana, orange, mango. Correct. This way you can uh, create a list and print the list. But that is not over. Now sometimes we need to print a particular location. Like say I want to just print the third fruit in the given list. So how I can do it? So I can say fruits and give the location of that. But thirdly, since it begins with the location 0, you have to say 2. That is whatever the position you want minus 1. Okay, because apple is at position 0, guava is at position 1, banana is at position 2, orange is at position 3, and mango is at position 4, because the first position always begins with position 0. So that is why if I say print fruits 2, that means it will print the banana and not guava, right? So let us see, check it. So this is how you can print the uh, thing at that particular location. Now sometimes we want to print the entire list. So for printing the entire list, let's I'm adding some comment, print full list. Okay, then print uh, this hash is used for commenting. Print third item. Now I want to print all items one by one. So I'll have to use for say item in fruits, or I can say fruit in fruits. So item in fruits, and then I can say print item. Correct. This is how you can use one after the other. So let us run it and check it. See, it has printed apple, guava, banana, orange, mango, all one after the others. Now, if you don't know, if you want to check it, then you can say print, and let's say one line of code I want after this. So it can print it like this. See, correct? So one line is printed after every list. So With the for loop, you can print these items like this. Sometimes I want to add a new fruit in the list. Like five fruits are already there in the list, and I want to add sixth fruit. Say grapes, I want to add into the list. So I should know how to add new fruit in the basket, right? So how can I do that? So I'll have to call the list fruits dot append, and here I can say grapes. Yeah, so it will be added at the end. Append adds at the end of the list. Now let's print it and see. So I can print the fruits, right? Let us see. See here, the last line shows that the grapes is added at the end of the list, right? Before that, the grapes were not there. Up to mangoes or we were having. So like this, a new item can be added or new fruit can be added into the list. Very important it is, we should know, because sometimes we need to extend the list. If you want add another fruits to be added, again you can say fruits dot append and you can add at the end. But sometimes I want to insert the fruit. Insert new fruit at particular location in the list, right? Let's say the new fruit, that is kiwi, I want to add, but I want to add it at location number 2. So how do I do that? I can say fruits dot insert, right? And I want to insert what? I want to insert kiwi, but at location number 2. So that will be 1. Sorry. First you have to specify the index, that is index 1, and the object that I want to add is kiwi, right? Now let's print the list once again to check if it is really done or not. So I can add a new list here. See, at the second position the kiwi is already added. So this is how you can work with the list. Now sometimes we want to delete certain items from the list. So while deleting the item, uh, delete from list. While deleting the item, you can delete it by two ways. One is you can delete by giving the index, or you can delete by giving the name of the item, right? So for deleting with index, okay, so what you have to do is you can use fruits dot pop. This pop will delete the index. So I want delete the kiwi fruit, right? And after that I again print it. So if you don't know the name of the item, you can delete it by giving the index location, and that will be deleted, and again your new list will be generated. See, the kiwi was added and now kiwi is removed. So to remove it by using the index, you can use the pop method. But sometimes I know the item name, like say orange I want to remove. So delete by item name. So if you know the name, you can directly delete it, fruits dot remove, and you have to specify the exact name of the item. Like it is case sensitive, so if it is small, then you have to give it in small, and then print and fruits. So this is how you can delete the item from the given list. See, the orange is removed now from the given list. Sometimes we want to clear the entire list, right? So for clearing the entire list, so you can use fruits dot clear. This clear method will allow you to clear the entire list, and after that everything will be blank. So print and fruits, this will be blank. Okay, so this is how you can work with the list. Now see, the list is blank at the end. So entire list can be cleared using the clear method. So this is how you can work with the list data type. The second data type that I mentioned is tuple. Now what is the difference between the list and the tuple? The list can be changed, but tuple cannot be changed once it is declared. Okay, means modification is not allowed with the tuple. That is the only difference. So let's now work with the tuples. That is program number 10. Tuples are mostly used as read-only data or read-only list, right? But how to create that list? Let's say I want to create fruits and I want to specify the list with tuple. So I can say banana, then apple, then orange, and then kiwi, right? So this rounded brackets, that is the parenthesis, specify that it is a tuple. Automatically, Python knows it, right? Because that square bracket means it is list. Now here it is tuple. Now if you want to print some of the items from here, you can print it like this. So you can create a tuple and you can create a you can print the tuple. Now if I want to print certain selective item, then I can say fruits, and inside this I can specify the item number which I want to print. So it is third item. You see the orange is at third level. So that is printed. Again you can use the for loop for printing all the items from the tuple. I'm not going into that. Similar to list, you can create the tuple and print one by one. But suppose I want to add something, fruits dot uh, append. So see, we don't have append method because it is not allowing. It is read only list, means you can create only once, right? And the insert also will not be allowed. Length you can check, indexes you can check, but other methods are not allowed. The reason is that you can even use the count. Count can give you the list of how many items are there, but you are not allowed to add anything inside the tuple. So remember this one. This is very important. Okay. So that was about the tuples. And now suppose you want to. So again, now you may have a question: why to create something as a tuple and not as a list? So the reason is that if you want to include certain list with read-only values, which you don't want to change throughout the program, then it is better to go for tuple instead of going for list, because list can be changed accidentally also. Here, if I try to say create certain new fruits, let's say fruits 2 is equal to I want to give guava. Okay, this will not allow, right? So this will give you an error saying that it assignment is not supported. The reason is that because tuples are read on the list, correct? So next data type is called dictionary. So dictionary can be created using, let's say, working with dictionary. Now why we use dictionary? Dictionary mostly stores values into key and pair. Okay, key and value pairs. Okay, so when you have data that is stored as key and value pair, you can create it as a list, right? So how do you create it? Create it as a dictionary. Sorry, you have to create it as a dictionary. Now let's say I want to create a dictionary which will keep details about a person. So let's say I called person and I want to store it as dictionary. So his name, okay, this is the name of the person. Then I want to create profession, uh, trainer. Then I want to create age, and it is 51, suppose. Correct. So the dictionary is created like this. Name is the key, value is Tukaram Bhagat, profession is the key, value is trainer, age is the key, value is 51. Right? Now I want to print the entire list. So this is how it can be printed. So let's run it and see. So key value is created. Now most of the time you just want to print the name out of this list. So I can print it like this, print person, and into bracket I will specify which key I want to print. So only name should be printed. So this is how it can be printed. Correct? So name, age, I want to print age also. So I can again say print person and his age. Correct? I don't want profession to be printed, so only two things to be printed. So this is how you can work with a dictionary. But dictionaries again is okay. One thing to remember here is you cannot have two keys stored in the dictionary. Like name, you cannot store twice. It will be unique value in the dictionary. Now I want to add something person dot append. Sorry. Okay, adding is not allowed again in this. And if you want to remove certain things, you can use the pop method to remove particular item from the dictionary. So this is how dictionaries can be created. And clear method also is there to clear the dictionary. So entire data from the dictionary can be wiped out and you can store it. So dictionary was another object that or data type that is supported by Python. Next is you need to know how to work with sets. So we'll see how to work with sets. The sets are mostly used to store a list of values, right? So I create say set 1 as let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. These are the values in set 1 and set 2 is equal to say 40, 50, 60, 70. These are two sets. If I want to print them, I can simply say print set 1, set 2. This will print, right? So two sets are created and printed. Got it? So it is printing both the sets. But what is important here is if I want to check these sets, I want to print these sets, but before that I want to combine them and then print it. So like say I want to create set 3 is equal to set 1 dot, and I want to use union with set 2. So union of set 1 and set 2 is done, and I got set 3. So let's see what we have in set 3. Okay, so see set 1 and set 2 are put together. The common values in that are only repeated once, like 40 and 50. So union will give you the unique values from both the sets. Now I want to create set 4 where I use set 1 dot difference from set 2. Okay, and I want to print this set 4. So what this will give? So union is giving us the common values from both, right? And set 4 gives the difference. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 10, 20, 30 are present in set 1, but they are not present in set 2, correct? So only the different values from set 2. Both sets are compared, and only the difference is given to you as set 4 with the help of set difference method. So set 5 is equal to set 1 dot. One more method is that is called intersection. So intersection of set 1 and set 2 gives us the result of set 5. So let's see what we get out of it. So it is giving us the common values in both the sets. So intersection gives us common values. Then difference gives us the differences between the two sets, and union gives us the unique values in two sets. So that is how you can use it. Again, here we have the clear method. If you are working with sets, you can use the clear method also. So this is how we can work with it. All right, so I hope everyone is following it, and it is going to be very helpful if you refer to this video as well as refer to these programs. I'll always share these programs with you, and the video also will be shared with you. In case you miss something from the lecture, you can go through it and you can understand the program in much better way. All right. Now let us work with some of the arrays. How we can work with arrays, how arrays can be created. So to work with arrays, I will start with a new program. Now what are arrays useful for? Arrays can be used to store similar type of data. Like if I have an integer array, I store all the integer values in the array. Again, there are dimensions in the array: one dimension, two dimension, three dimension. So various dimensions are available to us in the arrays. I start with a new program working with arrays. All right. So before I start with arrays, I would like to give you an offer. I have designed another course for Python, which gives you the advanced knowledge in Python. So once your basics are clear, you can go for advanced course. And if you register that today or within next 7 days, you will get it at a discounted rate, and that discount code also I will share it with you in the mail. So if you want to register it before 2nd of January, because that course will be will go for 100 hours course, and it will start from 4th of January, and it will be conducted every Saturday and Sunday. Timing will be same, 10 to 12 USA Missouri times. Okay, it is GMT minus 6 hours, right? So note that time properly. Okay, again I am repeating it. So what I want to repeat is, this is the code, this is the course that I am talking about, and this is the promotion code for that program. I will send it to you all by mail, and if you want to join it before 2nd. It is not free course, but it is going to last for 100 hours every Saturday and Sundays, 2 hours each, starting from 4th of January. 4th and 5th of January will be the first two lectures. After that, the next Saturday, Sunday will be covered. So, like this, that course will go for 100 hours duration. And if you are serious about making career into Python, then this course is must for you. After completing this course, you will get many advanced features of Python. You will get to learn about Python, and many topics are covered in the Python. So I'm sharing it with you by mail. You go through the mail and look at the contents that I'm going to cover with. Once that is, you are satisfied with the course content, you can register for this course using Eventbrite itself. All the lectures will be conducted online. They will be 100% practical lectures. I don't concentrate more on theory. For theory, I give you some of the books that are written by me myself. I am author of around 15 plus uh, programming books. Some of the books are already mentioned in the mailers that were sent to you, and I will share my own content for that, for this course. So if you want to excel in Python, this course is must for everyone, and I will request you all to register for this course and get an opportunity to learn the course, advanced course. The course fee for this is 400 US dollars, but I'm giving you discount of 250 US dollars if you use the promotion code that is shared with you by mail. If you are serious enough in learning the Python and you want to really make a career in the Python, I would like you, every one of you, to join this particular course. It will be 100% practical online course. It is conducted on Saturdays and Sundays. Everyone has demanded that the course should be uh, covered at the weekend, so I had planned only Saturdays and Sundays for you guys. Take advantage of it and learn the course in detail. All right. Let us work with arrays. Now, what are arrays? I said arrays can be one-dimensional arrays, two-dimensional arrays, three-dimensional arrays, or multi-dimensional arrays. Now, if you want to create arrays with in Python, what you can do? There is one class called arrays. Make use of that to create your arrays, or there is another library also available to you is NumPy. You can make use of NumPy and start working with it. Okay, so I will show how to create arrays with the help of NumPy. Let's say I want to create an array with the help of NumPy. So first you have to import. So import NumPy as np. Okay, If your library is not imported, it will not show in the list. Go to file, uh, settings, and you check in your interpreter, select the project, select the interpreter, and here this numpy should be added. If it is not added, you can click on this install button and select which library you want. I selected numpy and I want to install this package. So the package is installed. Once the package is installed, I can start using this. So I am showing you the use of arrays using numpy library here. In our advanced course, we will learn the entire NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, then scikit-learn, Keras, TensorFlow, etc. Right? So see, now NumPy is added here. I can start using it. So I imported NumPy as NP and I want to create array. So array 1 is equal to np dot zeros. I want to create this with 3 by 4. So, okay, I want to create an array with 3 by 4 and then I want to print it. So, array 1 will be printed, right? Let us see what is created. See, I said 3 rows and 4 columns. So, the array is created. Now, the question is why it has filled with 0. Because I said create the array with zeros method. So zeros method will create an array of 3 rows and 4 columns and fill it with zeros. Then I want to create second array called np dot ones. Okay. Again I say here 3 by 4 and I print this. So array 2. Check. So I created another array, but this time I am using ones. So it will create another array with the and it will automatically fill it with ones. So same dimension, but I said fill it with this ones. Then I create third array with np dot and here I want to create a range. Okay. See, if you go for advanced course and you want to learn NumPy in detail, I'm having around 20 hours given for NumPy course itself. Okay. So you can learn more about this in later stages. So array 3 is np dot arrange and here I want to specify the starting point. So I want to start from 1, go till 10, okay, and it will create the array and I print array 3. Okay, see, so it has created array from 1 to 10 like this. Then there is another method which can be used, that is np dot random, and here I want to create random 50 numbers, right? And then I want to print it. Check. Okay, random integer 50. We're starting from 1 to this. Okay, lower limit is I will start from 1 then next will be 10. Okay, and I want 10 numbers to be created. Size should be 10. So lower limit is 1, higher limit is say 90, and size 10. So any numbers between this, and it will create an array of 10 different numbers between 1 to 90, but it will be random numbers. So like this, a random function can be used to create array, and one is linspace. So np dot linspace, and in this I have to specify say 1 to 10, and in this I want to generate 20 numbers. So start at 1, end at stop at 10, and generate any 20 random numbers, 10, 20 linear numbers. So print array 5. So like these numbers can be generated. So this is one way of creating arrays. There is another way of creating arrays with the help of array uh, class, which I will cover in my advanced course. So now if you feel that this course is going to be helpful for you, I request you all to register for my advanced course, which I am sending to all of you with the link to register for, and there is a code, discount code also attached in the mail. Use that discount code, you will get discount of 250 US dollars. The actual course fee is 400 US dollars, but those who registered for my today's workshop will get it for 250 less. That is, the entire 100 hours course is going to cost you around 150 US dollars only, and it will cover advanced topics which are mentioned in the workshop, specified on the Eventbrite. So you can visit the link, register for it, make the payment before 2nd of January. I'm going to start that course from 4th January. Happy New Year for all of you, and see you again in the advanced course. Bye bye. Wait for the mail. Check your mails. I will share the today's video link also, and I will share some of the course details for the advanced course, and I will share the discount code also. Thank you very much for attending today's workshop. Around 68 people have joined in today's session. I thank you all for giving your precious time. Those who could not attend, I suggest or I request them to join my advanced course if you are really serious about working with Python, learning more about Python. I'm going to share the today's code with each one of you so that you can gain something from today's workshop. I have a method in which I mostly cover all my courses practically in with the practical examples. I give less importance to the theory, but I ask my participants to read the theory from the books that I recommend to you all. My books are already available on Amazon.com. You can order those books and learn from those books, or you can learn from the videos that I am sharing here. I think this workshop was helpful for you. I would like to hear from you all how was the today's workshop. Even those who could not attend because of the Christmas celebration today, I request all of them to go through all the code that is attached to the mail and learn from the video that is shared with you guys. And I hope this will be this will add to your programming knowledge. And I hope to see you again for my advanced course. Thank you very much. Bye bye and happy new. I wish every one of you happy new year. Bye.